Here we are. Happy Valentine's Day, guys, first of all.
Happy birthday, Arizona.
Happy birthday, Arizona.
Yeah.
You're right, I forgot about that. Shit. So it's the day of love and also a day we remember. I'm just kidding. No.
The youngest, the baby.
The baby?
Yeah.
The baby state.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
I know, honestly. I mean, that kind of does go in line. I mean, the baby. Speaking of the baby, the ugly little brother. Your new album. Who is the ugly little brother? First of all.
Well, you know, like artists, they use that like analogy of like I treat all my projects like my kids or like my projects are my children.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at this one as like their weird younger little counterpart. Because my first EP came out when I was like 16, 17 in high school, and after that I dropped Take the Edge Off about like a year or two ago now. And then now this one, I differed a lot on a lot of different things with this project. Like even where I was recording it at, the stuff I wanted to talk about, how I wanted to talk about it. I directed a lot of the artwork and like the sound direction of it as well. So it's like different producers. So this one just came out like a little weirder, more lopsided. It feels a lot more homemade. So it's like the ugly little brother to like the oldest and like the middle child.
That's really cool because like even though it gets younger, however, like I feel like you sound the most mature in this one, and like there's more control. Oh, you can like feel that there's more control in the creativity aspect of it.
That's definitely something like I emphasized a lot. Like I feel like it was like directly just because like shit, like even like before COVID had happened, like when I was during the recording process, I just wanted to be a lot more involved in what I was doing.
As far as like the production or?
Just wanted to know like the ins and outs. I wanted to get nosy about my project. So.
About your baby.
You should be.
Yeah, exactly. Like my little baby boy, I wanted to treat this one with a lot more attention. So like I was over at Book's house a lot more as far as like with the sound and stuff. Like we spent a lot of time apart when COVID did start. So it's like a lot of that got handled over the phone, but for the most part I was trying to be over there as much as possible, learning how to make a beat. I actually ended up producing. It taught me like a lot of different things and like how I wanted stuff to sound on my project as well. Like, so our arts and craft did it.
So Books, your producer, he did the entire album.
Yeah, I don't like to call him my personal producer, but he's definitely a very talented friend of mine.
How did you guys get hooked up, or how did you start working together?
It was crazy. His name had floated around for like a while, and I've only been making music in the Arizona scene, for like 4 years, maybe 5. So, but I've definitely heard a lot of Books, and like last year when I was coming back from Texas in August, because my aunt had family on my dad's side, and it was like a whole family trip that I took to reacquaint myself with them. But the first person that hit me up when I came back into town was Books, and he invited me to do a show called The Sidechain at this place called The Lunchbox. Yes, it was a pretty good show.
How did your two styles like mesh together to create Ugly Little Brother?
He's very laid back, and that's exactly what I needed, like for the soundscape, because like I focus a lot on my childhood, so I need everything to set the tone to it. And my childhood was like, it was wild, like it has ups and downs, but like for the most part, it was like pretty smooth. Like most days were like cool, like it was normal. It's Arizona, like so it's like you find your trouble out here. Like, it's not really like a place that like comes to you unless you go look for it. Because like for the most part, when I wasn't looking for it, it was nice and chill, but it was also eerie because it is happening all around you. Yeah. So it's like he provided that perfectly.
So what is, like, in other words, what is the mood of Ugly Little Brother, and what does it have to do with your childhood in the first place?
Confusion, curiosity. If that's like a valid mood, but I would say curiosity and confusion, because that's what I look back on all my childhood memories like. Because even like the fun ones, like, cause it'll be like the simple things, like I was realizing a lot of things, like especially coming back from Texas, because that was like the whole reason for that trip was family.
with you? What do you mean by with you?
My mom had me when she was like real young, like a teenager, and so she had to do like a lot of learning and growing up like pretty fast. She raised a baby, especially a little baby boy and a woman. So a lot of this stuff that she had taught me, she had learned from her brothers and her father, and those probably weren't the best male role models to have to learn off of.
But that's just the best that she knew at that time.
It's the best that she knew, so she was trying to teach me how to be a man. And the only men she knew, they fit these criteria. So I was encouraged to stand up for myself, which led to, just violence. Like, that's always going to lead, especially like for a young little boy that's being raised around other little boys that think that way. Like, it's only going to lead to more beef and fighting and a lot of negativity. But it also taught me how to conduct myself in a lot of positive ways, which is where the confusion comes in. It's like, so what is like the right way to do something? What is the balanced way to do? Because it worked for me for the most part. Like, I learned a lot being raised like that, and I learned a lot from acting out in violent ways and being negative. It taught me how to be peaceful. Like, being violent taught me exactly. So it's like, who do you think for which attribute?
You have a choice now. It's not just one, You're not just going with what you were programmed to believe. Now you're consciously making a choice with the contrast of your more maybe negative or violent or aggressive side. Now you can choose. You can be that way, but now you don't have to. So what I find interesting and like a little similarity between your childhood and what you said about these albums is that you call this album Your Ugly Little Brother, but like Denise said, it's actually, the more you make music, each release that you make is more mature than the last. So this one is maybe even more mature than your previous ones. And you say that you're more involved in this one now. You care a lot more. And so you're raising this child with more intentionality. And I think it's kind of similar to your childhood because your mom kind of just had to do what she thought was best when she had you. And now you have a little brother, right, who's like a lot younger. Yeah. And I'm sure your mom parents your little brother so much differently because she's probably learned and grown so much herself.
Yeah. Look, I ain't gonna stay on this shit too long, but I like my roses in a vase, baby. This ain't a 9-5, my nigga. This ain't a day job. Watch who you talking to, look who you speaking on. Live great the one to lean on. I know it's a marathon. Rock icy and steady to sprint. Racks, we got it to thrift. Too broke to buy it legit. Wholesale, we gotta invest in the tents. They watching and hurting the six. Since I had transportation on big wheels, son, don't be jaded, it pays off. Dreams, they knocking a slave off. Taking your cape off. I put the mink on. Ancestors unique, they bled to their feet, God. Soul was at a physique and lacking a recon. Back at the beach with my skin on. Christina gon' bless it a million. My beauty is more than a contest. I wish the room would all just, if you would. Down, 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 down. I like to boogie down, but if you gon' love me, then love me now. Freaky harmonics and native sounds. The king's been keeping a cup around. Drowning in pity and sipping woe. And watching the world on my tippy toes. Eyes wide like bullet holes. Commanding and slamming and locking doors. Act like you never seen Prince before. And play like that reach wasn't tentacle. Tentative thoughts in that temple hole. Nothing to stress your little temple about. We got some life to figure out. The Richter been tipping a big amount. Varicose whipping the vein ho. Was taking a stand like the Django. But I'm not your man's in them. Back for the bag again. Banditos and bandit kids, you bitch. Wanna go bad again. I owe it to mama and Africans for when we done had this shit. Niggas was laxative, never on silent shit. They swallow for politics and rent. We couldn't acknowledge it. They wasn't down. Down, 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 down.
There's 5 individual tracks, right? Is it meant to be listened to as a whole? Like, is that your speech to the
like,
long
is it like
table?
a concept album?
Yeah.
Or
It's more like an ode than like an actual like pure walk through my childhood. So it's like an ode to who I was. Hence the raise a glass, like being at the beginning, like raise a glass to the past, to your peoples, who you were, your ancestors, like anything that needs to be like left but not forgotten. Like, tip your hat to it and then keep it going.
What's your favorite track on the album?
It changes a lot. But I feel like Sudan Village was the closest I got to like painting. Like that's what the project was all about. Pretty much. Like, that's the heart of the project. That's why I put it there too.
Yeah. 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 In the street it's high tension. Eyes wide, the vibe different, throwing eyes itching. My heart and mind distant. Never seen a joint, gotta hit it. Weed reference, snatch the jewels, purse, necklace. Hunger game for breakfast, the fridge naked on occasion. Nobody asking how my day went. I'm a man, not for cages. Battle lands of weed fragrance, lots of fragments in a fake shit. Time of wasting. Define making high hopes, legs snap, I'm never breaking. They did the most, it didn't take me. Supreme blessings from Allah. Assalamu alaikum, the Lord take it, give him hell, baby. That's what my mama say. Vacation to exile, I know I'll stay. Never like to brick up, but I love the music like it's yay. If you ain't stupid, you would pray. Give him my praises like it's thanks. Lord give, the Lord take. Lord give, the Lord take.
We were all talking about it too, because that's actually my favorite track also. Well, we sent your, the live performance that we did, we sent the audio to our engineer. Shout out to Jonah. And he listened to it and he's like, I don't know how he did it, but he hit every beat. Like he was on time the whole time. Like you don't realize it makes sense. Like it sounds, it's like jazz. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it said. Because I think it was from a jazz record. So it was like immediately I knew I was gonna have to like rap different.
How?
Well, like honestly, like I listened to like so many like old musicians. Like I think my ear can catch it a lot better. Like I'm terrible over like trap beats and like fast beats, but it's like you give me like a slow like jazzy beat. I got like a cool 16 for you.
Just playing along. Just playing along. Just playing along. On Vince Carter's wrist guard, I'll be dunking the threat. Buck till it wreck. Jumping on metros, posing the flex, hold your neck. I'm a walking racial epithet. Better yet, uni sworn warrior. The bottle for the shipwreck. I know how to spin the pen until it spill. Bet. Kill moves, we popping Chris necks. Ignore the beat, heat check. Freeze checks, garçon. Keep it on the ice. A made man, I'm shocked a student, treat me right. My girl a nudist overnight. Rises brought me to the flight. They lowballing, that's a strike to all. No one surely died. Red a Shirley temple in the eyes. I'll rub my temple. Who on sky? Who on time? Who am I? Are we alright? Are we alright? Just playing along. Just playing along. Yeah. Couldn't sleep last night, by the way. Bad dream of fire. Light a flick, who you miss? Little bitch. Couldn't sleep last night, by the way. Bad dream of fire. Light a flick, who you miss? Little bitch. I'm the shit, penny quick, press kick, don't stress, bitch. By the way, underlay, come in place, drama on the way, every day. Night fell, sky scrape, life straight, gin straight. No chase on, let it bake, let it bake. But couldn't sleep last night, by the way. Bad dream of fire. Light a flick, who you miss? Little bitch.
The album was it intentional for you to make the tracks so short and the whole album just kind of before you even digest anything, it's already over. Like I'm waiting for the second track to start and the whole album is done.
Even when we were filming the live performance, which you should go check it out. I don't know which camera to hit, but that one.
Check it out.
Wait. Hit him with one of these.
Ooh.
All right, focus.
All right, well, is there anything else that you want to leave off with? Any message that you want to share with the audience?
Expect a lot more art coming from. I just talked to all these cameras.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
Hit each one with one thing.
All right, man. So business, we're gonna handle it right here, and then I know, but like no, dead ass, like expect a lot more. Expect a lot more from me this year. Whether it be like a feature, just keep checking for me. I got a lot coming. And then on the personal side, on the real side, I just want to say to anybody who's ever listened to my music, taking the time to talk to me about my music, said anything to me about my music, thank you, I love you, and I ain't never gonna stop doing it. Also, take care of yourself. Love yourself before you love anybody else, because it's impossible to love anybody else when you don't love yourself.
Lit the loose leaf, the mix, no smoothie, no sweet shit. Chicken and fish, never pork on the dish. PlayStation portable kid, was rocking horrible kicks. But now your bitch on my dick. A light child, I put the switch with a flip. The baby growing too big, that's what it is. It was Jay-Z, the bigs. The days was cool as Erica, but it's hot where I live. Panties fell when the drop, but was the evidence felt? I be asking myself, if I ain't that niggas, who else? The power of the cell, I'm trying to master my hell. A made man, right, but I couldn't do it myself. Shout out to Uni as well, my Umi and Uni can tell. Bars are true as far as I threw it, I was pitching Goodell. Brown skin came from flames, the passion in the fabric and hell. A logo by the song and tell, prolonging justice and wealth. We far from promising, we dealt Leviathan himself, raising water with welts. I lit the loose leaf. I lit the loose leaf, the mix, no smoothie, no sweet shit, chicken and fish. I lit the loose leaf, the mix, no smoothie, no sweet shit, chicken and fish, never pork on a dish. On that ass.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate all the help. Appreciate all your contribution, all the hard work. Did not go unmissed. Like, not even like all sappy, but like, no, I really do, because I do this shit, like, not just to do it, like, just to pull art out of my ass. Like, I really care about everything, so it's nice to see y'all care the same amount. This is probably the most organized I've been, and that's saying a lot.